Hey guys, if you see a massive circle equation like this on the digital SAT, do not waste 3 minutes completing the square. There is a 10-second cheat code. Welcome to Bhargav Academy. Today we are going into full exam mode to speedrun 24 of the trickiest circle problems the college board can throw at you. I am going to show you the exact algebraic shortcuts and Desmos hacks you need to secure those points instantly. Let's lock in and crush the problem number 1. So here we go. Let's read the question. The graph of x square plus 2x plus y square minus 4y equal to 31 in the xy plane is a circle. What is the length of the circle's radius? So once you see a question like this, here is the trick. First, arrange this circle equation in this format. After that, what you have to do is find out the center of the circle. Of course, he has not asked you the center of the circle, but we still need to find the center of the circle to find the radius. So for that, write down the template as it is, as I am showing you. There is a negative sign over here and there is a negative sign over here. So whatever you see the coefficient of x, write it down here. Whatever you see the coefficient of y, write it down here. So this will reduce to minus 1 comma plus 2. So this is the center of the circle. That's how you find the center of the circle. And then if you want to find the radius of the circle, here is how you do it. In this bracket, you should drop in whatever is here, so that will be minus 1. In this particular bracket, you drop in whatever is sitting here, which is 2, and here you should drop in whatever is sitting here, which is minus 31. And that is your radius of the circle. Let's find it out. 1 plus 4 plus 31, which is 31 plus 4, 35, 35 plus 1, 36, square root of 36 is 6. So that is the radius of the circle. There you go. You are done with problem number 1. Let's speed run to the next problem that we have. What is the question? What is the diameter of the circle in the xy plane with the equation this? This is the standard form of the circle, so you might have already known this. This comes out to be 5 square, so the radius is 5, so the diameter is 2 times the radius, which is 10. So this is our answer. Let's go to the next problem. A circle in the xy plane has its center at 2, minus 3. Line W is tangent to this circle at the point. So let's quickly draw the circle. Here is the center of the circle, and then this is line W is tangent to the circle at 1, minus 1, 1. So let's draw a line which is tangent at this point. Let's call that line as W. And which of the following point lies on the line W? So the first thing is we need to find the equation of line W. To find the equation of the line, we need to first find the slope of this line. Once we know the slope of line M1, then let's consider the slope of line W as M2. Because these two are perpendicular to each other, M1 times M2 should be equal to minus 1. So what do we have? Let's first find the slope of M1. M1 is minus 3 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, which is minus 4 by 3. So that is the slope of M1. From this equation we get M2 as 3 by 4. So I know the point 3. I know the point on this line W, which is minus 1, 1. I know the slope, so I can find the equation of line W. So y minus 1 is equal to 3 by 4 into x plus 1. Now I need to check which of these 4 points lie on this line. So let me do that for you. So if I substitute 0, 2 here, let me substitute in y. If I substitute 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 by 4 into 0 plus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 is, so this is not coming. This point is ruled out. Let me check minus 1, 2. Minus 1, 2, which is the option A. Let me do that, which is 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 by 4 into minus 1 plus 1. Again, this is also ruled out. Next, I will check 3 comma 4. Let me be careful here, 3 comma 4. So let me substitute 3 comma 4 in this equation. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 by 4 into 3 plus 1. Yes, I think now we have a match. So this is the point. 3 comma 4 lies on this line W. So let's speed run to the next problem. A circle has an equation of this. Okay, in the xy plane, circle B is obtained by translating circle A to the right 6 units. So this is circle A. Circle A has the center at 3 comma minus 5. This because this standard form, we need to flip these two signs to get the center, which we have obtained. So this is circle A center. Circle B is obtained by translating circle A to the right 6 units. Let's translate. So if we translate any circle towards the right, we are moving in the x-axis, but we are not changing the y-axis. So I only have to change the x-axis here, and I have to, since it is the translation is towards the right, I have to add 6 units to 3. So center of circle B is 3 plus 6 comma minus 5. So center B is 9 comma minus 5. He is asking me the equation. The radius will remain the same. So the equation is x minus 9 y plus 5 equal to 4. So this is the answer. Let me speed run to the next problem. In the xy plane, a circle has center C with coordinates h comma 5. Points A and B lie on the circle. So let me draw a circle quickly. Center C, h comma k is the center. There are 2 points A and B. Point A has coordinates. Okay, this is the coordinate of A. Point A has coordinates. And ACB is a right angle. So this is the center. So ACB is a right angle. Let me draw that quickly. So this is the right angle. And I know this point. What is the length of AB? He is asking you. Since I know this point, the point has coordinates of this and ACB is a right angle. What is the length? Now, this is the radius of the circle. Both of them should be the same. Correct? So, if I know this distance, let me draw it to you. Please follow me. If I know this distance, I already know this distance. And because this is a right angle triangle, I can find out the hypotenuse. So, that is the logic we will be using here. So, let me find the distance AC. A point is given. C point is also given. So, let me find out. This is basically distance between 2 points. So, I'll quickly do that. H plus 2 minus h is 2 square plus k plus root 32 minus k is root 32, which is AC. So this is 4 plus 32. Again, this is square root of 36 is 6. So this radius comes out to be 6. So because this is also radius, this is 6. So this comes out to be a nice right angle triangle. This is 6. This is 6. Is asking me to find out AB, which is 36 plus 36. 36 plus 36 is 2 into 36, square root of that. So this is 6 root 2. So that is my answer. Let's speed run to the next problem. We are in exam mode. Please don't forget that. Alright, circle A in the xy plane has the equation. This is the standard form. Great. Circle B has the same center. Very nice. As circle A. The radius of circle B is 3 times. So let's find out the radius of circle A. Radius of circle A is 3 square. Sorry. Radius of circle A is 3. And radius of circle B is 3 times this. So this is 9. Radius of circle B is 9. Center is the same. Great. The equation defining circle B in the xy plane is this. What is the value of k? This is k is obviously 9 square. So this is 81. K is equal to 81. Let's go to the next problem. What do we have here? A circle in the xy plane has its center minus 4 comma 9 and has a radius 5. A circle in the xy plane. Alright, this is straightforward question. So x plus 4 whole square plus y minus 9 whole square is equal to 5 square. Do we have something like this matching? Yes, this is the answer. Let's go to the next problem. The equation x square plus y plus 5 whole square is equal to 64. Okay, this is circle A. This is circle A. Circle B is obtained by shifting circle A up 3 units. So if you are shifting any circle up by 3 units or any units, you are only moving in the y direction, you are not moving in the x direction. So let me quickly write down the center of this circle, which is 0, -5, center of circle A. Since I am shifting only upwards by 3 units, I need to make this 0 and rest all remains the same. So center of circle B is 3, -5, 3, -5. Since we are only shifting the circle, the radius is not changing. So he's asking you what is the equation of circle B. X minus 3 plus whole square plus y plus 5 whole square equal to 64. So this should be the answer. Let's quickly go to the next problem because we are in exam mode. Please remember that. Circle A is shown, defined by the equation this. Okay. Circle B is not shown, has the same radius, great, but is translated 40 units to the left. So let me quickly write down the center of the circle, which is 0, let me write it down here, which is center of this circle is 0, 3. You just need to flip the signs here. This is center of circle A. Circle B has the same radius, okay, but is translated 40 units to the left. Left or right transition is only change in the x-axis. So circle B comes out to be 0. What's happening? Just a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, we are back. Circle B you will be getting if it is translated 40 units to the left. So this is 0, -40, 3. So that is the circle B for you, center. So which is -40, 3. What is asking if the equation of circle B is this? What is the value of 3C? Oh, come on. We need not even do all of this. We should have read the question in the first place, right? So 11 is the radius for circle A. The circle radius is not changing even if you translate it left or right. So 3C comes out to be 3 into 11, 33. That's the answer. So let's quickly go to the next problem. So here we go. X square minus 10x plus y square plus 8y is 23 in the xy plane. The graph of the given equation is a circle. Okay, what is the length of the circle radius? Again, don't do factorization and all that. Please follow the technique I have already told you, the trick. First of all, arrange this equation: x square plus y square minus 10x plus 8y minus 23 equal to 0. First find the center of the circle. How do you do that? So whatever is the coefficient of x, write it down here. Whatever is the coefficient of y, write it down here. You will get the center of the circle, which comes out to be 5, -4. That is the center of the circle. To find the radius of the circle, how are you going to do it? So radius is equal to, please follow the template, something square plus something square minus something. So what are you going to write here? Whatever is this x coordinate of the center, drop it here. Whatever is the y coordinate of the center, drop it here. Whatever you see here, drop it over here. That's it. You will get the radius. So if there is a negative sign sitting here, please carry that forward. So let's quickly find the. So what do we have here? 25 plus 26. 25, 48. 48 plus 16. Plus 6, 14, 5, 6, 64. Square root of 64 is 8. So 8 is the radius of the circle. What do we have here? Yes, we have the answer. Let's go to the next problem. 11th question. This is the given equation. The graph of the given equation is circle in the xy plane. The point A, B lies on the circle. Which of the following is a possible value for A? Okay. So what do we do here? Let's draw the circle in the first place. And 5, -2 is the center of the circle. the point A comma B lies on the circle. Okay, which of the following is the possible value for A? 169. So what could be the radius? 13 square. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 1. Yes, 13 is the radius for this circle. So what is the maximum point this could be? This could be 5 plus 13, which is 18 comma minus 2, the extreme right point. The extreme left point could be 5 minus 13. So 13 minus 5 is minus 8 comma minus 2. Correct? He is asking you the value of A. So that's the reason why I'm only interested in the extreme right and extreme left, because I'm only dealing with the x coordinates now. So the maximum value of A could be, small a could be 18, and the minimum value could be minus 8. So let's see what is sitting here. Minus 10, it is going outside the circle, so this is ruled out. 20, it's going outside the circle, this is ruled out. 25 is also going outside the circle somewhere here, so this is ruled out. The only possible answer is minus 8. Bingo. Let's go to the next problem. I'm solving these problems as if I am in the exam, so I'm faster here. Please be with me. You should be able to solve this quickly and this efficiently during the exam. So watch this video multiple times if required. Any problem you require multiple times. Let's quickly solve this problem. Points Q and R lie on a circle with center P. Let me draw the circle for you. So this is the center P. Q and R lie on a circle. Okay, this is Q, this is R. The radius of the circle is 12 inches. Great. So let's draw the radius, which is 12. Triangle PQR is triangle PQR. So let me complete the triangle PQR. PQR has a perimeter of 38. So if this is 12, please look here, if this is 12, then this should also be 12. So let me write down that for you. So let me consider this length, QR length, to be x. So then 24 plus x should be equal to 38, the perimeter. So x should be 38 minus 24, which is 14. Yes. What is the length QR in inches? Yeah, QR is 14. Let's speed run to the next problem. A circle in the xy plane has its center at minus 4 comma minus 1. Let me draw the circle. 4 comma minus 7. 4 comma minus 7. Then and has a radius of 6. Okay, it has a radius of 6. Good. An equation of this circle is this. Okay, we have some. What is the value? He's basically asking you the value of this constant. So this is a standard format, right? 4 comma minus 7. X minus 4 whole square plus y minus 7 whole square is equal to 36. So here I'm only interested in finding out the constant term. Rest everything I'm not interested. So how do you find the constant term? Find the constant term here. Find the constant term from this square and then bring this 36 over this side. You will get the constant term. So if I expand x minus 4 whole square, the constant term I'll be getting is 16. If I expand this particular expression, the constant term I'll be getting is plus 49. If I bring 36 towards this side, I'll be getting minus 36. So 49 plus 16, 9 plus 6, 15, 5, 6, minus 36, 9, 5 minus 3, 29. So that is the answer. That's how quickly you should be doing it in the exam. Now let's go to the next problem. A circle has a center O and points R and S lie on the circle. Okay, circle has a center O. Points R S. Okay, let me draw. Points R and S lie on the circle in triangle ORS. Okay, let me draw the triangle ORS. In the triangle ORS, RO angle ROS is 104. RO angle ROS is 104. Okay. What is the measure of RSO? He is asking me to find out the measure of this. Oh, come on. This is an isosceles triangle. Why? Because if this is radius R, this is also radius R. All right. So do I know the radius of this circle? No, I don't. But it doesn't matter. Let me consider it as smaller. So whatever is this angle, it should be same as this because it is an isosceles triangle. Let me consider it as theta. So 2 theta plus 104 should be equal to 180. So 2 theta is 180 minus 104, which is 6. 76, right? Am I right? I think so. So 2 theta is 76, theta is equal to 38. Hope I am right. I really hope I am right. All right. Let me go to the next question. Okay, here we go. Next one. This is the question we have. Equation, which is a standard circle equation. The equation represents circle A. Circle B is obtained by shifting circle A down 5 units. So if you are shifting it down, the only thing that is changing is the y-axis. So let me quickly write down the center of the circle 0, 4. I am shifting this down by 5 units. So the new center is 4 minus 5. So that comes out to be 0, -1. That is center of circle B. This is center of circle A. Which of the following represents equal circle B? So the radius is not changing. I mean the square of the radius is not changing. So x minus 0 whole square. Look at here. X minus 0 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square should be equal to 100. So that is what we are trying to find out in the answer. Yes, this is the answer. Now, next, go to the next question. Which of the following equations represents a circle in the xy plane that intersects the x-axis at exactly 1 point? Oh, exactly 1 point. Now, when you see a question like this, you should immediately, first thing that should come to your mind when you read a question like this is, once you see x-axis, immediately you should get this equation in your head. The equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. The equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. The equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. Once you see x-axis in your question, this should immediately pop up in your mind. So substitute y equal to 0 in any of these equations. Let's substitute it in option number 1. Let's see what we are getting here. Plus 36 equal to 36. So x minus 4 whole square equal to 0. So this is what we are getting here. Let's substitute y equal to 0 in the next option. X minus 6 whole square plus minus 4 whole square equal to 36. X minus 6 whole square is equal to 36 minus 16, which comes out to be 20. Okay, this is for next. This is for option A. This is for option B. This is for option C. Let me substitute y equal to 0 in this equation. So this comes out to be x minus 4 whole square plus 9 square equal to 16. X minus 4 whole square is equal to 16 minus 81, which is some negative value. I am not interested in that. Next, let's substitute y equal to 0 in this last equation. So x square plus 6 square equal to 16. X square is equal to 16 minus 36, which is again coming out to be some negative value. So here I can see that this term is always positive. It has to be positive because we are squaring it's a square. It can't, the least possible thing it could be is a 0, but it can't be negative. So this option is ruled out. The same argument holds here. So even this option is ruled out. Now you are left with two options here. One is option A and one is option B. One thing you can see here is this is giving you two values of x. Here you are getting two values of x because x minus 6 whole square is 20. So if you take this towards that side, it comes out to be square root of 20 plus or minus. So you will be getting 6, x equal to 6 plus or minus root 20. But he is telling you that this circle touches the intersects the x-axis at exactly 1 point. So we don't want two solutions for the x. So the only possibility is here. Here you are getting x equal to 4. Only one solution is coming here. So I mean you get two solutions, 4, 4, which is essentially one solution here. So x equal to 4, it is touching at only 1 point on the x-axis. So this is your answer, which is option A. Now you could also do this on Desmos. There is no harm with that. Okay, luckily this is, you could, if this were to be your last option, you should type all these answers, but I think this is the faster way to do it. Alright, luckily here your first option itself matches on Desmos, so this might look tempting on Desmos, but I would say if you master this particular technique which I have taught you right now, it is much more faster and efficient to do this using algebra, not Desmos. If Desmos is the fastest way, definitely I'll be using Desmos, not algebra. All right, let's go to the next problem. Okay, circle A is shown defined by the equation this. Okay, circle B is not shown is the result of shifting the circle up by 4 units. So first let me write down the center of the circle, which is 5 comma 0. I have shifted, he is telling you to shift this up by 4 units, so this I have to shift up by 4 units. So 5 comma 4 is the center of the circle B, this is the center of the circle A. Let me clean this up. So that the radius of circle, okay, and increasing the radius, so the radius of circle B is 3 times the radius of circle A. First of all, what is the radius of circle A? Radius of circle A is 4, and he is telling you radius of circle B is 3 times, so 12 is the radius of circle B. Which equation defines circle B? Come on, direct question. X minus 5 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equal to 12 square. Let me see where this is matching. X minus 5, y minus 4, this is looking very good. This is also looking good. The only thing is I have to check 144. Where am I getting 140? Here I am getting 48, so this is ruled out. 16 into 9 is 9 6 is 54, 9 1 is 9 plus 5 14. Yes, this is the answer. All right, let's speed on to the next question. Circle has center G and points M and N lie on the circle. Line segments MH and NH are tangent to the circle at points M and N respectively. If the radius of the circle is 50 millimeters and the perimeter of the quadrilateral is 340 millimeters, what is the distance in millimeters between G and H? It's okay. It's not a difficult problem. It's just lengthy. Okay. Let me show you how to do this. It's so easy. A circle has a center G. Let me draw the circle for you. Then G is the center of the circle. Points M and N lie on the circle. Write down 2 points which lie on the circle. Line segments MH and NH are tangents to the circles at point M and N respectively. Okay, so let me get these 2 points somewhere here. Let this point be M and this point be N, because I want to draw tangent from an external point. I don't want to mess up my question here, so I am drawing it towards the side. So let me draw 2 tangents. One tangent, oh, this is not coming good. Okay, let me do it carefully. This is one tangent at M. This is another tangent at N. And he's telling me that line segments MH and NH. So this is point H, MH and NH. Look at here, MH and NH are tangent to the circle at points M and N respectively. Okay, if the radius of the circle is 50 millimeters, so the radius is given to be 50 millimeters, and the perimeter of the quadrilateral GMHN. So let me complete the quadrilateral first. She has given you the perimeter of the quadrilateral to be 340 millimeters. Okay, what is the distance in millimeters between G and H? G and H. So he's asking you find this distance. Okay, so if this is 50, okay, please listen. If this is 50, this should also be 50 because radius. And then we know tangent from an external point. Okay, the length of the tangent from the external point should be equal. So the length of the tangent from an external point should be equal. So MH and NH are equal. So if this is X, this should also be X. So again, the sum of all these 4 he has given to be the perimeter, which is 340. So let me write this down quickly. Plus 100 is equal to 340. So 2x is equal to 240. X equal to 120. So X comes out to be 120. All right. So again, another theorem. Tangent to the, from the center of the circle, if you draw a tangent, if you draw the radius, it is perpendicular to the tangent. You know this. So because this is 90 degrees, I can apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. So that comes out to be, then I can find the value of GH, right? So that is the idea. So 50 square plus 120 square, and then if I take the square root, I have GH with me. So let me quickly go into the Desmos and find out the value of this. Square root of 50 square plus 120 square, what it comes out to be. 50 square plus 120 square. Yes, it is 130. So that's our answer. Do we have that? Yes, we have it here. Let's run to the next problem. A circle in the xy plane has a diameter with endpoints this. So let me draw the circle. He's telling you 3 comma minus 2 and 3 comma 10 are the endpoints. Okay, an equation of this circle is given by this, where r is a positive constant. What is the value of r? Diameter has endpoints of this, so that means we can find the diameter, right? So distance between these 2 points will give us the diameter, which comes out to be 3 minus 3 whole square plus 10 plus 2, 12 square. So the diameter comes out to be 12. So the radius is 6. So he's asking you to find the value of r, so which is 6. That's it. That is the problem. Shall we go to the next question? Alright, let's go to the next question. So here we are. A circle has a center OD. 1 minute, just a minute. Okay. A circle has a center and points A and B lie on the circle. The measure of arc AB is 60 and the length of arc AB is 5 pi. What is the circumference in inches of the circle? Okay, here we have, this is the circle. Points A and B lie on the circle. Okay. The measure of arc AB is 60 degrees. So let me draw some center. So this angle is 60 degrees and the arc length is given to be 5 pi. What is the circumference? So I know the standard formula, which is asking me the circumference. So 61 is 6. Circumference comes out to be 30 pi. Let's try to quickly solve the next problem. Point O is the center of a circle. Let me draw the circle for you. This is point O, which is the center of this. The measure of arc RS on the circle is 115. So this is R, this is S. So the measure of this angle is 115. Okay, this is 115. Measure of this angle is 115. The measure of arc RS on the circle is 1. What is the measure in degrees of its associated angle ROS? Exactly, is asking you the same angle ROS. So it is again 115. So that is the answer. Let's run to the next problem. Point F lies on a unit circle in the xy plane and has a coordinates 1, 0. So first of all, this is the unit circle. Okay, the point G is the center of the circle and has coordinates 0, 0. Point F lies on a unit circle in the xy plane. So whenever in the question you see unit circle, please draw it. Adjust this better. Yeah, okay. So point F lies on a unit circle in the xy plane and has coordinates 1, 0. So this is point F. Point G is the center of the circle. Alright, so point G is sitting here. Point G is the center of circle and has coordinates 0, 0. So that's the reason why this diagram is valid. Point H also lies on the circle and has coordinates -1, y. -1, y, where y is a constant. Which of the following could be positive measure of angle FGH in radians? Alright. So he's telling you that point H lies on the circle. It should lie on the circle and has a coordinates -1, y. The only possibility for H is this point. It cannot be anywhere else. If the x coordinate is -1 for a unit circle whose center is at 0, 0, the origin, then point H has to be this exact point. So y is automatically 0 because it is lying on the x-axis. So point H is -1, 0. Which of the following could be the positive measure of the angle FGH? So he is asking you to measure this angle. F is sitting here, G is here, H is here. So FGH is this. So once again, this angle is, please focus here, this angle can be 0, or if you travel again this could be 2 pi, if you travel again this is 4 pi, if you travel again this is 6 pi. So here you are getting all even multiples of pi, here you will be getting all odd multiples of pi, because this angle is pi. If you travel again and come back here, this is pi plus 2 pi, this is 3 pi. So if you are looking here, which is asking you, this should be odd multiple of pi. So let me see here which is the odd multiple of pi, which comes out to be this. So that is answer. So let's quickly go to the next problem. What is the value of cos 35 pi? Just don't think, go to Desmos, type in cos 35p, cos 35 pi, and make sure that you are in radians. So answer is -1. There you go, answer is -1. Let's go to the next problem. A circle in the xy plane has its center 2, -5. Line K is tangent to this circle. So we have a circle, 2, -5 is the center of the circle. Line K is tangent to this circle. Okay, let's draw a tangent. Okay, then what do we have to the circle at the point -1, -1? What is the slope of line K? He's asking you to find the slope of this particular line K. So first, please find the slope of this line. Let me call it M1. Slope of M1 is -5 minus of -1 by 2 minus of -1, which comes out to be -5 plus 1. -5 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3, so which is -4 by 3. So if I want to find the slope of K, we know that M1 M2 is -1, so slope of K, which is M2, is 3 by 4. I know the slope, I know the point, so I can find what is the slope of line. Is directly asking the slope, so 3 by 4 is the answer. 3 by 4 is the answer. Yeah, that's it. We have come to the end of the circles, and if you know how to do this, then great. If not, please watch and rewatch the videos and try to get the hang of it. And before we leave, I want to tell a few things. This 24 hard circle problems completely decoded, all right, but just watching me use these tricks isn't enough. You have to build the muscle memory for the test day. Go to the pinned comment right now and download the blank 24 problem PDF along with my personal class notes. I want you to try applying these exact shortcuts on your own and use my notes to check your work. Okay, which circle hack was your favorite today? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and don't miss to hit the bell icon, so that you don't miss the next SAT video. I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed this, and keep going. See you again.